Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hello. How are you, Tyler?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good. I got a good night's rest last night, a solid 3.5 hours.
I thought you were being serious at first. I was like, well, that's good. That's good.
No, I am serious. It was 3.5. It sounds like a joke, but it was a solid 3.5. I hit my
Solid
room
three and a
state. I
half.
was in dreamland, you know.
Yeah, so I caught caught this pre-market pump here with a nice entry. I heard you say you caught, I think, maybe a gold long as well.
Shorting. I've been shorting gold.
Oh, you've been shorting. I haven't even looked at gold today. Also, Brian, we talked about gold futures on the last stream and tried to bring them up. So the CME bundle is included with just like the account, but the gold futures are in a different bundle. We can look at it. I want to say it's like COMEX or something like that.
Okay.
And I think it's like $12 a month to pay for the data for that bundle.
Regardless if it's a funded or challenge, you think it's the same?
I think it's the same either way. We'll look at it here. I'm gonna let some more people get on, and then we'll pull up the website.
Hell, that's valuable information already. I was looking all over for some of the future instruments on there today, and I figured I would just let that go to you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I think we answered a lot of good futures questions on the last stream, but I think hopefully we'll get some more today, and we can keep learning about the offering and futures together.
That's right.
Because I know we have a lot of gold traders, and so yes, you can trade gold futures, but I think that there's a different data bundle you have to pay for. I'm on my 50K account here, and there's a 45% consistency roll. I have a 3K profit target. If I close right now, I'm up $1,600 on the day. So that's
beautiful.
Well, so that's more. Here's
that's
what
more
I'm
than
not
your.
sure. And so it's 50%, but I had a winning day on Wednesday too, which was like a good winning day of like $700. But then I had a bad day yesterday, and I don't know. So I don't know how that will affect the consistency roll, but I actually have my stop. I'm just like, I'm okay if it pulls back into my stop and I make a little bit less profit for the consistency roll. So instead of taking profit, I'm just going to leave my stop here. But if you look on the bottom left-hand side, you can see the 15-minute chart on NQ, and that was my entry. I originally entered this with 5 micros, and I've just been scaling out on the way up. So I should close the day out with about $1,500 profit on the FunderPro futures account. I basically gave back my profits yesterday from Wednesday.
Oh, that's the pits.
Yeah.
I do that a lot lately. I think I'm trying to overrush on my challenges. Every time I go trade real money, I'm patient. I take my time. I'm just a bit impatient lately when it comes to challenges.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. Once I got a taste a long time ago of trading good dollars, big dollars, or at least some nice profits of real cash, it immediately made challenges feel like monopoly money.
Yeah, I agree. It becomes harder to stay disciplined in them, to have that same level of care. I agree with you.
I hear some people are the opposite, but I don't know.
There's a guy, Lido. I know he took like he's like a big psychology type mentor, and I know he was talking about like when you're in the challenges and you start treating them like you don't care about them and sizing up real big, and even seeing all those like big profits because you're trading way bigger than you normally would because you're not as concerned about losing it like you are your real money, and all that good stuff. It kind of rewires your brain to want more of that, and like those bad habits can end up in your real trading. But I get what you're saying though, where it's I don't know, it just becomes harder to take disciplined as you probably
harder to control the dopamine.
yeah.
Cash, green, dopamine.
Actually, in case this pops on the open here, I don't want to make even more. I'm just gonna sell this. All right, so I took my profit there. All right, so I closed the day on the 50K account up 1667. So I'm gonna probably focus on another account, but we'll still narrate what we're watching on this one. Also, I want to we'll pull up the futures website and look at a couple things here, different data bundles.
Yeah. However you found the like the metals, you were talking about the metals.
Yes, they're in a different one. We'll look that up. Yeah, and even YM is in a different one, which so US 30. And I think so yeah, we'll look at those here in a couple minutes. We'll just wait. We'll watch the morning open here. And see how the market reacts. Brian, do you want to show us your gold short? I'm going to add this up. While you're doing this, I'm going to mark up some of my levels on Volumetrica here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Easy stuff here. So I was very interested in grabbing some shorts yesterday after we completed the live stream. And look at this little down rally we had right here in gold.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice move. I jumped on it right there and I chickened out right here.
Mm-hmm. So
it was hitting
nice
a key level, a pretty strong key level, and I thought it might hesitate for a while, do a big bounce, or I just didn't want to get back to profits. So I got out, and it unfortunately just continued and continued. And then once London came back around, let's see. London came back around exactly in these crosshairs right here of trending. These two trends I was tracking. So it was basically below a short-term uptrend and below the current downtrend. So I started shorting it. And all I was doing was just taking these little hops, jump out, wait till it I watched these little miniature trends. I'd wait till the foot broke through, take it on the fly without waiting for a closed candle, something I wouldn't normally do on a 5-minute chart, but it did it. Knowing that I was just going to jump out if it went backwards, but I was getting these nice breakout candles to continue. Took it down into here around that 2706 zone. Got out after one of these big candles. Did not play with the sidewaysness. I did not give a hoot about taking it long to go back up to there, even though it looked like it was probably going to bounce. And up in here, I gave, look at these big candles.
Yeah.
This was ridiculous. This enormous green candle, enormous red, just going back and forth over 15 minutes. I began losing profits right in there, not understanding the direction of the market. And then that's why you see these I have some of these small sized shorts going on right now, because I was just taking them as they were bouncing. I went to like the 1 minute chart, and these things were just bouncing. So I was loading up basically, man, loading up right in here, and it's worked out. I just knew it was going to go down. It was a matter of when, you know.
Yeah.
But I was keeping my stop so small. I mean, so small. God, you know, like for gold, 5 pips, 10 pips, really
Good
tiny.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, DK, Nas is pumping, NQ's pumping. Now that we open, we got a initial little push down out of the gate. The Nas daily chart's interesting to me. So open with a big gap up. We had a lot of news this week.
Mhm.
Stream. I'm with
You know, the news came out today. It was what? No, nothing. Nothing was today.
nothing today.
Nothing big.
But yeah, we had. I'm gonna change the view on this chart, I think, to
DK says the Naz is flying
yes, she is.
6 times.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, so we have. I want to look at the hours. Where's the? Okay. All right, so we have the daily chart here, and if you look, Nas has been in this channel. So we've basically tested this 4 times. But yeah, so we've on the daily chart here, we started forming this channel where we've rejected, came up, tested it again, rejected. Things were starting to look bearish, like we could possibly get a bigger breakdown on the daily chart. But with the news this week, we ended up rallying hard. And then yesterday, we kind of put in what I would consider to be a pause bar on the daily chart. That being said, we did test higher, fail, and close with an inverted hammer. So under yesterday's low, shorts were definitely on watch for me under yesterday's low. If we could have continued to reject this channel, but we're also playing a little bit of that, knock theory on that trend line here, where as of right now, this looks like it put in a pause bar that failed to go lower, and we're breaking higher. So I think we can, even though we're already pumping, I think Nas can see a little bit higher on the day. That would not surprise me with how strong we're opening here. But having caught some trades on this account, I'm gonna stay patient on the other account. I don't want to force anything, even though I think there's a chance that we see a trend day. I'd like to see us come back and test 21,507, which is right about yesterday's high. If we can hold that and show some signs of rallying. Also watching Tesla on my options account. Nice push out of the gate for Tesla. How's it going, chat? What are you guys watching? Anybody watching anything today? Sarky, Brian, you say you trade stock before. How do you approach stock trading? And what specific strategies or indicators do you rely? Let me pull this up. Can you see that, Brian?
Yeah, I used to trade stocks. I was 50-50 at that. I was fair as it was in my earlier days. But it's where I learned all my fundamentals and all about the technicals, because those do take some practice whether you use them or not. And I'm sorry, I'm also watching an active trade at the moment, so I'm a little sidetracked.
I get that. I'm doing the same thing.
Just gonna partial out a little bit.
Trying some tests. I tried some Tesla longs on my options account. I think if the market can stay strong today, Tesla can go see 440. We're at 424 right now.
Okay, so back to that question. Let me need to adjust my screen here so I can kind of watch it. But so strategies, indicators. Well, I think the first thing you have to do is define your goal and decide if you're day trading, swing trading, or investing. Going even longer term. Risk management is still going to apply. 1 to 2% risk loads. And definitely with stock trading, I believe in combining technical analysis with fundamental analysis. I don't use any fundamentals for forex, zero. But I do believe in using fundamentals when it comes to technical analysis for the stock market in general. And another aspect to consider is analyzing trends. So moving averages seem to be the most popular, and what I used mostly when I was trading stocks, the 50 and the 200 to be exact, to confirm uptrends or downtrends, and basics of higher highs and higher lows in an uptrend, and lower highs and lower lows in a downtrend. The volume analysis, I relied on things like the RSI, the Relative Strength Index, because I found it very difficult to look for convergences or divergences in volume bars. It became distracting early on. And what I mainly learned at that time and made some profits was doing trend line and channel drawing. A lot of stocks follow that. And in particular, if you're doing swing trading, so you're holding your trade for 1 to 3 days, sort of. But I did a lot of channel drawing. Strategies, I always kept it basic, just basic breakouts, breakups, breakdowns of price on those lines, and stayed out of the news, stayed out of gap trading. I think one of the biggest keys to any of that is always recognizing the news when it comes out. So I didn't respect news events when I was younger, and usually got my ass kicked by that. So
that'll do it.
I was a fool. I would try to honestly play the news. Now, I've traded more years on my own capital than I traded with prop firm money. Using a prop firm, institutional money is very new to me still. So, I spent a lot of time studying the aspects that I just mentioned to you, and I always neglected the news events. That came with maturity. But I hope that answers your question a little bit there. Again, indicators, I used moving average, RSI, and some kind of, or some kind of volume tracker like a volume profile. That's when you have the volume coming out off the side. And never got into anything else, really. That's about it. Do you ever trade stocks, Tyler?
Yeah, I never had like a large amount of capital, which I think if you're gonna like day trade stocks, like shares, you definitely need
You
more
need that
capital to do so.
25K. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard too, and it's tough to
Yeah, so I've
save
traded
up that
options.
money.
I spent the first probably year and a half trading options of my trading career before I moved to futures, which I still dabble in every now and then. As is like right now, I just said I took some Tesla call options today. I'm watching NQ right now. We've pulled back. I want to see if we can trade into this 21,507 level. That's also right around yesterday's highs. I'd like to see a spike into there and see how we start to react from those levels.
Yeah,
RTY has been strong.
Hitting divergence is also a good indicator. It is for everybody I know who knows how to properly use those divergences. They're really good traders. I just never could get like that.
Quentin, shout out Quentin. Almost past phase 2 of your 25K account, like your firm. I'm gonna buy more if I see payouts. Let's go, baby. Keep doing what you've been doing and keep it slow and steady. And I can tell you once you get funded, those payouts come fast. So I think that's where I think using a portion of your payouts to recycle it back into more accounts and increase your capital is a good idea. Hidden divergence, good indicator.
With FunderPro, those are really fast
full
payments.
hidden divergence is also a good indicator. 5-bet full. Can you explain to me what that indicator is? Can you just a little bit more? Because like I like will watch. I will watch for divergences between like the indexes. But I'm curious what the indicator watches for exactly. So NQ did not give us the level test or test of yesterday's high yet, so nothing for me. I'm still waiting patiently. Below 507, my next level is 21,421.75. Oh, which by the way, whoever was on Wednesday's stream, I was saying how I was in the NQ longs and I thought we were gonna go tag 21,417. We pulled all the way back to the opening print. It was like a 200-point pullback after we had gapped up and pumped. We pulled back like 200 points all the way to the opening print, and then rallied from the opening print all the way back up to 21,417. Made sure to have FunderPro posted on X. I was like, I told you guys, I told you. Affy, yeah, I'll send it in the chat. Code RISKLIFE for FunderPro. We'll get you get you a discount. There's nothing on the futures yet. Right now, futures is no activation fee. So if you pass your challenge, you do not pay an activation fee, which is honestly a better discount than you would probably ever get. So take advantage of that while we're still in January. The last 2 weeks of January here, they're doing no activation fees. So it's like $120, $130 savings. So take advantage of that while you can. All right, now we're trading. NQ just traded the 507 level and yesterday's high. YM is pretty consolidating, hasn't really gone much anywhere. YM with a little bit of a move down. ES and Q, small moves down. On my chart here, I'm showing what you guys see is NQ on the top left, ES on the top right, NQ 15-minute on the bottom left, and RTY on the bottom right. You could take an aggressive entry on NQ longs right now.
Ryan has a question about trade locker.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I was watching chart. Yeah, Ryan, go ahead. Ask away. Ask away. Five bet full said it's when RSI goes below previous RSI levels for buys when prices are the same level. Okay, so it's an RSI. So nice reaction so far from the NQ.
Risk your life.
Mm-hmm.
And use code risk life.
I like that. I might have to film a commercial with you, Brian.
Risk life. Sounds like a day trading platform on the dark web.
Yeah.
It's all criminal, no taxes, tax evasion. The game of life and the game of risk.
Like I said earlier, I like the NQ daily chart for a little higher. When I said you could take an aggressive entry on NQ on my other futures account, I took literally 1 micro. Since I've already had a good day, not looking to mess it up, but willing to put on a small position here in case the market wants to hold yesterday's high and rally higher. We'll see. We'll see.
If I make 1.0, I have. Ryan, we would maybe need to know more about that trade or the instrument you're using, or more about the question itself. I assume you mean taking a 1.0 lot size trade for 50 pips. Okay. 1 second now. Gosh darn gold. Nothing to look at here. It's just trying to maybe break a trend, but what do we got here? 50 seconds on the minute. Ryan. So how do I explain? So the profit per pip depends on the quote currency. That's the second currency in the pair. So I don't want to over explain this, but let's see. If you had the Euro USD and the profit per pip is $10 for 1 lot, the quote currency is USD. Tyler, you can jump in and try to help me on this one. Let me put it like this. Let's try this. Because the pip value, there's pip value variations, and For pairs where the quote currency is not USD, the pip value changes with the market price. So I don't think you stated what you're using. Did you? No.
What question are
The
you
formula,
answering right now?
Ryan's
Ryan.
question. Yeah, the
But if
formula to calculate
I make
pip value,
1.0.
the formula to calculate the pip value is you take the pip value, and that equals the lot size times 0.0001 divided by the current exchange rate, if applicable. But the bottom line is pip value equals lot size times 0.0001. I think I'm using Euro USD as a Australian to USD. Then that's going to be the same. Oh man, I think I haven't traded Euro or Australian in about a year. I don't know if I can teach this verbally, Tyler. I understand it, but
I know. Well, this is just like, yeah, this is why I'm just not a big forex guy. If I make 1.0, I have to take profit of 50 pips. I don't. Yeah, it should be. If you're supposed to make, if you make 1.0, what's your lot size?
1.
So he has one lot and take profit at 50 pips. So, okay. So essentially it should be $10 per pip is what he's saying, right?
Yeah, that's what I say.
And it's not. What is it showing? So like, what is it showing is when you put a take profit at 50 pips, Ryan, what is it showing you?
Of course, don't forget about spreads and fees when you.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe that could be one thing.
But so if you geez, it's hard to do, but verbally, it's easy. $362.
I added one to my MNQ long, aiming for the opening print.
And I just now jumped in on gold to go long.
Nice.
Did you say you're going short or long on that?
I'm long. I took a little bit more of an aggressive entry as we pulled back to 21,507, 21,500 area. As we first started to kind of wick, I took one, and then I just added one more, so I made my average price a little bit worse. So I'm in MNQ longs at 21,529 is my average price, with the stop below this intraday low, aiming for the opening print, which is 21,647. And honestly, it's over 100 points. So I may even we end up getting close. I may take one of them off before there. 2-minute was looking pretty good, but it's a decent failure. ES is rejecting its opening print right now. YM strong. RTY coming back up to test its opening print. It's kind of a mixed bag here across the indexes. $362 only. Rocket, risk management question. What do you mean by that, sir?
So Ryan, back to your question. I was thinking back to when I used to trade the Australian dollar, and let's see, a standard pip for that pair is the 4th decimal place, the 0.0001. So if you're looking at points or fractional pips, your calculation could be off. I'm without me seeing your screen. Yeah, 100 pips with 1 lot size. A little different. But be sure that you're looking at accurate information. Go back to your trade log and see what your actual entry price was. A lot of times when we mark them on the chart, especially during a particular time of day when spreads are higher, you can lose a bundle on the spread when you enter your trade and when you exit. Those two combined can easily chew into, a large fraction. The amount that you're expressing, where you think it should be a $500 calculation, and it's coming out to around 360. That's not too. That's depending on what time of day you traded. That's not too far from what it could be. But I truly wouldn't measure it in dollars. You have a good point if you're actually looking at the difference in pips for what you traded.
Come on, NQ, head back up to that OP, baby. It's Friday. Give us a nice little Friday pumpage.
Yeah, Friday with no news, and on a 3-day weekend for some people.
Oh yeah, it's Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So yeah, the market's closed.
Currencies, I think, will keep the same time.
Yeah, I mean, futures normally do like some sort of weird half day when that's the case.
Yeah, yeah, stock market futures. Yeah, definitely, it's going to be a.
I think stocks are closed completely.
Okay.
That's not what we want.
Yeah, altogether, it does slow the market down a little bit. I still watch it for forex purposes. I still watch the market because you can catch a lot of rookie retail traders out there, and
there you go.
Do some quick in and outs real quick. Like you won't have institutional money pushing much, but you will have, the population in general pushing price. That's where I'll abandon my larger picture of my trading strategies and just shrink it down. Don't expect a lot of rally. If you're on a bull run and it's not going to be a run, it's going to be a pop. So I'll do a lot of ins and outs real quick, and I'm usually impressed or happy with a takeaway on those holidays for forex. That's what got me hooked on forex a year and a half ago, was the addiction to real 24-hour trading.
Yeah.
Through holidays. Even through holidays. As long as someone's computer's working in the world, forex is moving.
Got a little spike to new lows on NQ. starting to rally. See if that little spike lower is what we needed to make the move higher, or we start to break down a little bit lower. So the individual names I'm looking at all look pretty strong.
So Ryan, in conclusion to your issue, what I would do is enter a trade in the currency you're talking about, do a 0.01 lot size, real tiny. Go in, go out, hold it for like a 1 minute or something, get an exact measurement of the pip difference, and then do your calculation. If you don't remember what I said on the calculation, sounds like you understand how to calculate it. Just Google it if you don't. Go and do like a 0.01. That's what I used to do before I would jump into a currency. I would measure it with pennies, nickels, and quarters, and just sort of. I would treat a $1. I would treat it like 1,000. Okay, so far so good. I was correct about that gold breakout.
Yeah, gold here. I'll put your screen up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's doing a nice pop.
Nice little push. Yeah.
I would have preferred to take that pullback on that line, but even this big guy can come back down. I don't know, but sweet. Take that action.
Steph, I think Brian is maybe a little bit more of a scalper than me. Like he flows in and out of trades a little bit more, I think, maybe than I do. I could be wrong on that, Brian. I think my average win time is around 2 hours, but I mean Brian definitely holds his winners too, but he'll flip long to short, he'll ride the waves, baby. So I would say a mix of scalping plus like intraday trading.
I use key levels, key zones, some supply and demand, support resistance, and I use the support and resistance off trend lines, and concentrate a little heavier when those trend lines are crossing into major key levels. So even on like my screen right here, I'm showing an uptrend and a downtrend based on 2 different measurements in the market. And I happen to be showing a daily key level, what I think is a daily key level.
Nice.
Right through there.
Nice push on the Tesla longs I got. I want to see more. I'd like to see a bigger move on Tesla. Come on, NQ, hold this level here. Come on, let's rally. Let's rally, baby. It's time for a rally. Let's keep this bullish momentum going. We want everything going on. We want gold. We want indexes. We want individual names. We just want to see the charts go higher.
Have you heard from anybody with FunderPro out at the Dubai
No, I mean, I've heard
exhibition?
it's gone well. I think it's been a good trip for them. I haven't heard like a whole lot, but it looks like it's been a good trip.
I remember when they went out there, well, this time last year, or whenever it was. It seems like yesterday went by fast.
I know. I feel like there's a IFX Expo all the time, like every 2 months or something. Still holding the 507 level. I don't think it's surprising after the big gap up. I don't think it's surprising that this first 35 minutes has been a little bit of slower kind of consolidation, just kind of consolidating price action, almost just kind of digesting New York, kind of digesting the overnight move. I think, you know, the initial move down makes sense if you were swinging, if you were long overnight and you were swinging trades, you're probably taking profit. So probably a lot of profit taking at open, which gave us that push down back into the level. We filled, I guess no, we didn't fill the gap because we closed low. But push back down in the yesterday's high. We've now been consolidating there for a little while. And let's see if the bull trend can now resume. Consolidative consolidation. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. Man.
When it's so stupid, you sound smart.
my mouth doesn't know words too good. Funny.
I'm just up here freestyling. Consolidative consolidation.
That's another good name for a YouTube channel. Or
from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Consolidative consolidation.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. That sounds like that.
I got the consolidate as you are. Got the little Nirvana shirt going. You got a little Kurt in there. Come on, baby. Give me the OP rally. Give me the OP rally.
Are you on the, gosh, I forgot what instrument you're on again.
MNQ, micro NQ.
Okay.
Since I hit my max profit on my FunderPro futures eval, I took this one on my my funded account. Playing out how I would hope. I think we can go get the opening print. Ideally, my next level above my the target that would make me super happy today is if the market decides to stay strong all the way up to 21,791. I don't know if we'll get that strong or not. We're already up 320 points on the day, 1.5%. But
bring your trade up.
Yeah, so here it's on a different platform, but we got this spike down here.
Oh, okay.
Into the 507 level that started to rally. I took one on an initial entry and then I've added one to it. I had a stop below the lows and this little wick almost got me. It was super, super close. But I'm still in. So I'm aiming for the open, which is the open of this bigger red candle. And I'll take one off and hold the other one for a little higher. Nice. Trying to keep it chill after having the $1,600 pre-market trade. So and I got the one I got Tesla 430. Well, I just bought one Tesla 430 call. 430 strike expiring today. 0 DTE. That's up about $125 for me on the cash account.
That's good.
Come on, baby. Don't. That's not the 5 minute we want to see. That's not the 5 minute we want to see.
I think I'm going to flip on an additional monitor here.
Okay. All right,
I'm gonna go off camera for about 60 seconds because I don't want to reach over the camera like this. I need to walk.
He doesn't want us to see that he's not wearing pants, guys.
I am wearing pants.
All right. We believe you. We believe you.
No, I'm afraid I'm gonna bump off the camera. I want to put this other monitor. See everybody, and Tyler, we were talking about this earlier. I was, before we went live on the stream today, I had tons of charts open because 50% of what I had open was futures, and I was exploring FunderPro's futures. And we'll talk about that more in a
Oh
in a
yeah,
moment,
we gotta. I wanted to look at some of those
yeah,
things.
we'll look
too.
at some
We
of the
haven't gotten a
features
lot of
there.
questions.
Yeah. So this is introducing me to. I need additional screens because I don't want to be watching futures and the NQ and all that, and then because here's what I was doing during London. Okay, so I was doing both, and it was difficult. I learned a long time ago what made me successful at trading was not trading multiple instruments at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you start realizing the true skill that goes into trading, you could trade two at the same time. And if you're long-term trading or swing trading, yeah, it comes off easier. But when you're intraday trading, you're in and out, like Tyler was describing, that I go in and out of trades more often. That's difficult to do two or three, and that's what I was doing. But I did test the waters out on FunderPro's on the whole new futures feature. I playing around with the 50K challenge. I'm up $32.
All right. Okay.
But
There you go.
but that was really to explore.
So I would imagine you didn't buy that the other data bundle yet. So did you just take a MNQ trade to go up $30, or what did you trade?
Yeah, no, it was the micro
Micro NASDAQ or micro ES or
S&P.
S&P. Okay.
Yeah, the micro mini, whatever.
Yeah.
I think.
So the micros. So on ES, the micros will move $5 per point, and the minis will move $50 per point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go ahead and turn your camera off and do what you got to do.
Yeah, you gave me like 60 seconds, man. I just want to.
Yeah. Go ahead, do your thing.
I want to throw a cable. Normally, I would not do this on live stream, but because we're going to go over futures, I want to open all that up too, and kind of follow along.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Let's see.
I'd like this trade to go to the opening print, so I don't gotta focus on it so heavily, and we can start taking a deeper look at the website and some of that stuff. Let's go, baby! Almost up 100% on the Tessie trade. I bought the Tesla 430 strike January 17th expiration. I just bought one call option for $252. They're now selling at $490. Let's go, baby. They hit 500. That'll be 100%. But I think we can go another $8 on the underlying. Let's make a couple 100% on this Tessie trade. That would be sweet. Nas still holding up. ES starting to break its opening print here. Yeah, Fifi, NASDAQ buy trade. So yeah, I mean, NASDAQ is in a strong uptrend. Pre-market, we gapped up really, really big. So from the London session leading into New York, NASDAQ's in a strong uptrend. We got a pullback here into yesterday's high, as well as an hourly level that I have. So yeah, I'm in some NASDAQ longs right now. You could take on your forex FunderPro forex accounts, which would be the NAS 100, or your FunderPro FunderPro futures accounts, which would be MNQ or NQ. Brian Justin Bach said, "What's good, Brian?"
Oh,
I don't know if you know Justin.
I do know Justin. Justin, how are you? I guess when he came on, I was adding in that monitor there.
You were putting some pants on, you liar.
I have pants on.
You want to see my pants, Brian? They got ducks on them.
Oh.
You got the duck pants on, baby.
So I'm all preppy because like,
No, I'm all
khakis on over here.
I'm all business up top, but it's pleasure in the bottom, baby.
Yeah. No, Justin. Him and I were talking about the live stream the other day, and I met Justin last year when I was going through a mentorship with Ishmael, and Justin remembers me when I sucked. But
as you were explaining why you need to turn your camera off. You mean why he was lying about turning his camera off? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Justin, we would meet like what, 1 to 3 times a week in that little group, and we were learning supply and demand trading. And Justin is one of the reasons, he probably doesn't even know this, he's one of the reasons that I passed my first challenge, because he passed a challenge and he had bragging rights for a day. And you tell someone, congratulations, good job, and you think, oh man, I haven't passed yet. So
yeah,
it made me work really hard so that I could eventually say, hey, I passed.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's a true story, you know. Sometimes it helps when you have a buddy or somebody do something that you're trying to do, and then it just starts to look possible.
Yeah, for sure.
So
it opens
Justin
the doors
was the
in your
first
mind.
guy I ever knew to pass a challenge too, because it was all new to me. I hadn't really done that before.
Let's go. Hard work pays off, baby.
Well, and being fortunate to throw yourself into trading 8 to 20 hours per day really does speed up time. So
yeah, that extra, I mean, that chart, it's impossible. Everyone wants to learn trading. I'm gonna go on a little speech here. Everyone wants to learn how to trade. They want to rush the process. They want you to give them some strategy that has a great win rate that's going to work. And everyone's looking for the answer, the key, but there's nothing in day trading, intraday trading, that can replace time in front of a chart, staring at the candles, watching them all day long, every day, and and studying that stuff. You just can't replace chart time. You really can't.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a technical trader, anybody can try to teach you till they're blue in the face, but till you've put in years of chart time and get that you start to build a little bit of that intuition, see the market in different cycles, all that good stuff. That's really, in my opinion, that it really comes down to that. You got to be willing to put in that time, that effort, that work.
Yeah.
Your friends and family will think you're nuts for staring at these stupid charts all the time. And you're not making any money. But in trading, the growth curve is really like for years, and then one day it's whoo.
Yeah. And a lot of that is, I think, is you're unknowingly exploring a method that fits your personality. I had to have tried every indicator under the sun before I realized they weren't really doing me any good.
Yeah. Herbs for Health said, "Hi guys, how come YM isn't on our charts?" And this is something that as well. I'm gonna we're gonna pull this up and look at this. Now I'm gonna stop sharing this. To answer your question, Herbs for Health, apparently YM is not. I thought it was in the CME, and so unless there's like some sort of mistake, it's either not in the CME, or we're gonna look at it now, see what the website says, and then I'm gonna get it sorted with the guys in the back end. But let's. I'm gonna stop sharing that. I'm going to share the website.
Are those your passwords written back there on the wall?
Nah, no, there are a couple kind of something I've been adding to my pre-market routine a little bit. I just put a couple reminders back there, which I'll read them for you here in a second. Let me just get this up.
50% off. What does that say?
I wish. All right, so this is, guys, I'm on the FunderPro Futures website under the How It Works tab, and sorry, just gotta make sure I'm not totally abandoning the charts. But anywho, if we scroll down here, it's gonna show us the assets that we can trade. So trade your favorite instruments. FunderPro Futures allows you to trade on all major futures exchanges and instruments. Below you can find lists of instruments we offer along with the most important information. So the CME bundle is included. So you can see this here, level 1, top of the book, CME only is free. It's included with your account, your challenge subscription. You can see this is everything in the CME, Australian dollar, British pound, Canadian dollar, NASDAQ, S&P, Euro FX, cattle. You can trade cattle futures, ladies and gentlemen. Japanese yen, lean hog. We got to trade some lean hog and some live cattle. Micro Bitcoin, micro S&P, Ethereum, Euro USD, New Zealand dollar. Should be RTY. Did I miss RTY?
That you can find some really kooky stuff there. I was exploring it today, looking for things, the obvious ones that we'll talk about. But I mean, you come across stuff like Polish toothpaste butter. You know, what's that?
There's not actually Polish toothpaste butter, is there?
Well, you type in something like PL to get platinum, and then you find Polish hot dog mustard, you know, and it's like, what are you doing? I guess there's a future in that. Get it?
Yeah, so I have to double check because I'm pretty sure RTY is in here. Like, I was able to find the RTY chart for some. Oh, here it is, E-mini Russell. Yeah, so that's RTY. So when you look at that, but then if you look at but notice there's no gold. So then we have the COMEX, which gives you copper, gold, micro gold, silver. And then you have, I think this is the NYMEX, which we got oil, natural gas.
Was platinum on that other one?
This one's copper, gold, silver, no platinum. This is oil, gas. So yeah, so the Dow Jones, which is the YM, to answer your question, Herbs for Health. So the E-mini Dow Jones and the micro Dow Jones are in the soybean and corn are under the CBOT exchange. So in the CBOT exchange level 1 market data bundle, you get the CME, COMEX, NYMEX, and the CBOT. So that's $12 a month additional that you would have to subscribe to, which you can do from right inside your dashboard. So if you wanted to trade YM or any of the stuff in the CBOT, that's what you'd have to do. And then there's one more exchange, which is the Euro exchange. So if you wanted to trade like the German index, the DAX, micro DAX, mini DAX, so that one you'd have to get the Eurex. So and level 2 market data, level 2 is like has to do with more order flow and stuff like that you can see. Most people only really need level 1 if you're trading based off of price action and that sort of thing.
I'm not going to lie to you. Anybody watching gold right now, it's doing a retest, so no reason to flip to my screen. Just if anybody's trading gold, I would look at it right now for a possible retest. So on that list, what did you click to get to the categories?
So I went to how it works, and
Okay.
then I just scrolled down, and it shows you all the different exchanges that you can just click on, and then it'll give you the drop down list of what instruments are in those exchanges. And if you scroll down underneath that, it'll show you the data bundles and whether it's included or what the price is.
Okay.
NASDAQ failing to break out again. We came back and retested yesterday's high in the 507 level again. Got a little bounce, but now we're back at it here. So we'll see if we're just going to keep consolidating here, or if we get a breakdown. ES failed its opening print again. I personally am not. I mean, I guess there's room below if we want to start erasing some of this move up overnight. I did, we looked at the daily chart earlier. If pull it up here. But we were talking about this kind of daily trend line here. If we don't, we may just consolidate. We start to break down lower again. I mean, I guess we still could get that rejection. I ultimately think we see some slower, choppier action. Just kind of still digesting this move up. But a breakdown is possible. We'll see what happens. I personally am not overly excited to short.
Justin was joining us from his workplace, I believe, so he's taking off. Back to work.
Back to work.
Yeah. So when you were doing your 4-window template, I'll call it, I guess that's 4 frames.
Yeah.
You don't see any slowdown. Everything seems to be trucking along good.
Yeah, it seems to move all right.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever had. I know a lot of it depends on your internet speed, in particular your processor speed on your trade computer. But even with an i7, I've noticed slowdown if I open up too many. But I guess that's all programmed accordingly, and it must be it's coming through the same, whatever you call it, network stream. So that's good. For example, I'll just say it, but like TradingView, if you were to go into the web version and open up multiples, it will hog down your computer speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my experience. So this is cool, and I saw you on Wednesday had 4 windows open inside that platform, and it seemed okay. That's cool.
NQ once again came down, gave us a little tick to new intraday lows. Now trying to rally again. See if this one gets any follow through. ES right back up to the opening print. Maybe that was the last little fake out. Oh, YM US 30 pumping. I have RTY, nice bounce off of yesterday's high, back above a level. We'll see. Maybe that was the last little fake out we needed to trap some shorts and see if we can move any higher, or if we get if we remain stuck in this range. It's not a great open hourly bar if you look from 9:30 to 10:30, but with the massive gap up, you know, the market's still strong in an overall sense. Still up 1.3% on the day on the NQ.
So when you were showing those lists of futures, definitely like the metals, I guess you were definitely showing the most popular.
Yeah. Well, so like this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we never did see platinum, huh?
No.
So yeah, I'm not sure if platinum is just not not. I thought there were platinum futures, but
There is.
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look into that one a little bit more. Are you looking around trying to find it?
No, I did earlier, but you showed me more in your presentation than I found on my own earlier.
Okay,
yeah, and I was just talking my first 5 minutes on the platform, but it's not a deal breaker for me at all. It's just I could never trade platinum on forex because of the spreads, and
I know we talked about that.
Yeah, and I know from the past when I used to trade stocks, platinum in futures would follow gold a lot. Well, like
almost kind of delayed.
Yeah, kind of. It'll do the opposite sometimes because it's a completely different metal, but they kind of respond to news very similarly. And platinum does very smooth movements. You have to get into the correct time frame. You just won't get as big of like wicks. The wicks won't take you out, so there's not large liquidity grabs in platinum. And I really, I think you could rob the bank with platinum futures.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, if they have it,
If we can find it, if we can find it.
And that could change one day, but for quite some time, many years, it's been trading like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just what you did there. I think that in general is an interesting concept. Is like everyone wants to trade the real popular stuff. Like even me, you know what I mean? Like I like to trade NQ, NASDAQ, that kind of thing. But there's we've talked about Lance Brown, you and I together, and he talks about that as where it's like you potentially could have better edge on finding the less traded instruments. You may be able to find more of an edge there because they're less crowded. And you may, figure out something that other people haven't because there's less eyes on it. And trading some of those like niche names is one way that you can have a bigger edge in your trading if you look at some of that stuff and spend time kind of watching it, studying it, getting data on it.
That's definitely part of it, right? If you have a strategy that is not working out with you, but you really like the strategy and you think you're good at it, you have to start questioning the instrument. Are you on the correct instrument for the way you trade? And I mean, I'll be like super honest and even further to add to what you said. Lately, gold has been just robbing me. Like it's false breakouts has been robbing me of my profits. I could take profits for 2 hours in a trade with a runner, take profit out, and then wait for the next setup, whether it's the same day or the next day, and go false breakout, false breakout, false breakout, and just watch 80% of my profits I just made just go away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you have to expect those little losers. Every strategy has a ton of little losers, and that's what makes some people think they can't be in the percentile, the 90% of people, you know, fail at day trading or higher.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's because people think they don't think they should get all those little losers each day.
Yeah,
So
and
they
I
adjust,
don't think
over
most
leverage,
people,
whatever.
I don't think most people take the time to really dive into their data of their trades and analyze them and make adjustments to realize, like, oh man, if I, you know, if I just got caught in this chop, if I just avoid that, yeah, instead of trying to force it, or there's just certain things, if you start to track your data, oh, I trade really bad pre-market, or I trade really bad in the afternoon, so let me just avoid that. Like, you can figure out things that it's like you don't need to necessarily add more. Most of the time, I'd say if you track your data and you're monitoring what you're doing, what you'll find is like, oh, if I just stop doing this and I just stop doing that,
Yeah.
how, you know, I can improve my expected rate, you know, my expected return based off of my numbers and history. And
Yeah. I'll give you a perfect example of that too. For me, if I would make a decision and say, for gold, for example, I said it's been false breaking me out lately. If I would just take a pick and say, hey, from now on, I'm going to wait for the retest only and not do the immediate breakout. Breaking out on a candle is subjective, and the probability of those candles, or candle recognition, there's a probability that they don't work too, right? So, oh, it's engulfing, it's breaking out, I'm not going to wait for the retest. All right, well, you know, 40% chance you're wrong, so go with that. So what I find myself doing is saying, okay, this one I'm going to go for the breakout. Okay, no, this one I'm going to go for the retest. Oh, it didn't retest, it fell through. You know, or okay, I won't do the retest next time. I'll just do the breakout. Oh, the retest worked. You know, and I need to make up my mind right now because I think it's throwing off my gold trading lately. I'm still making profits. It's just that I'm giving it back too much. But anyway, that's an example of what you were just saying.
yeah. No,
Take
I
something
agree.
away. Maybe I need to take away one of my styles of execution.
Yeah, maybe you gotta look. Maybe you gotta look at it a little bit. Look at the data and decide if you need to, you know, just remove something from your trading. NQ is still struggling with this kind of this 21,560 area that we've been rejecting. Yeah, similar with the 60-30 area it's been struggling with. Pretty slow price action so far today on the indexes. Don't do it.
Acting like an
Starting to
average
pull back
Friday.
harder than I wanted. Come on. Come on, Tessie, baby, keep going. Just head back to the opening print, Naz, and let's call it a day ski, eh? Just another 100 points. That's all we need. Just give me another 100 points. Any weekend plans?
No, not at all. Nothing. Come to think about it, the weather in this part of the country hasn't been cooperating lately for anything outdoors.
Man, it's been snowing here like for solid 2.5, close to 3 weeks. Like, normally we get snow here and the last couple of days, then it warms up enough, it all melts, and like it's been cold enough for 2.5, 3 weeks now that we've just been getting snow after snow after snow. I gotta be honest, I like this way more than just like the last few winters we've had been like cold. They've been like 30, 38 degrees and rain, and it's just miserable. But it's been in the 20s and just tons of snow, which is like, at least everything looks pretty and it's like peaceful. And I've lived in the Northeast my whole life, and so the snow doesn't necessarily like bother me when it comes to driving or doing anything like that. So been kind of a fun winter, in my opinion. Let's go, baby. Come on. Give us this little breakout. ES is trying to lead the way back over its opening print. Come on, baby. Come on. You still in any gold longs, Brian?
Yes, sir. I'm in a...
Okay, it's a nice little pullback.
A little pullback retest of that line. That's why I abruptly cut you off a little while ago, but my apologies. If anyone was tracking gold,
you're good.
I wanted attention on it for a moment because it might fail, but it was a good opportunity to take it. I'm also watching the S&P 500.
Okay.
For futures. Either one of them, you can do the micro. I mean, it's not the same chart.
Yeah, they're the same chart. It's just the amount you risk is 10 times different. So it's a pretty significant difference in that sense.
Yeah. If we start talking about futures, I'm learning my language for it, or not. It's language that we understand, but how do we roll it off the tongue quickly?
Yeah. Yeah, your brain's gonna take a little bit.
A micro, E-mini, blah blah blah. We don't say XAU
good morning, brother.
USD.
Good morning.
The XAU USD is doing good. We say gold.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now there's a candlestick forming on the 5-minute chart on the S&P and futures.
I'll throw it up so you can see. I got the 5-minute right here.
Okay.
On the top right.
Top right. Yeah. Wait, is that? Yeah, I guess. I'm looking at it a little more stretched than that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I can stretch it a little.
That's cool. So yeah, that candle that it's on right now, it's going red, green, red, green. That's a buy candle in my book. Not yet. I'd wait for it to close on the 5-minute and see if it maintains as a buy. What I see there is a short-term intraday trend line, and it just broke through it.
Okay.
So this would be...
we definitely have had that area of resistance at 60-30.
So that's kind of like a confirmation candle in my book as I'm adapting to these indexes and futures.
Yeah, if you look at the indexes right now, there's obviously a chance I think that NASDAQ and ES can reject this kind of resistance areas they've been facing. We do have YM breaking out to new highs. RTY rallying off of yesterday's low, pretty decent. So everything's kind of looking like it could give us a breakout here. We'll see if it plays out, or it just continues to remain slow price action here. I'd really like to see if NQ is going to break. I'd really like to see it happen. Sooner rather than later.
Man. Come on, gold. Like, piss or get off the pot.
That's everything right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm like starting to get feelings that we're just gonna fail. Let's head back down again.
See, I want a coffee maker of some sort right next to me, so I could just be sort of like Beavis.
Listen, that's why I like this cup. It sits on a charger. It keeps your coffee nice and hot. My daughter brought me up a backup cup, so it's cold, but I can refill this one and it'll heat itself up.
Sweet.
Matter of fact, we're about due for that. The only problem is when you go cup to cup, you can get that spillage going. It can be a tricky maneuver.
Okay. Get the pullback.
There she is, baby. All right, you sit there and heat up. All right, come on. Come on, a little 5-minute doji action on that close sets us up to now break out. Let's go.
I went long on MES.
S&P. I like
Yes.
it. I like it.
The micro E-mini S&P 500 5-minute.
Nice, nice. For whatever it's worth, Brian, based off my my hourly level system, I got a level about 10 points ahead, above, I should say, which is at 60.42. It's not what we want to see, peeps. Come on. We want breakouts. We want breakouts. Oh, Tessie, come on, Tesla. Don't do it to me, baby. You did it to
Hi,
me.
Ashton. We are long on gold at the moment, doing a retest on a reversal. It's consolidating and taking its time, but it is trying to get out of there.
All right, all right, all right. I'm liking how it's playing out here. Give us the pop, pop, pop.
Jerry, your question on the forex for Trade Locker with the pro versus not pro. Pro is typically negotiated as a higher fee for a lower spread, but there'll be examples where it doesn't exist. For example, gold. I don't trade pro because I don't want to ever incur a higher fee for the same spread.
What's the difference between forex major and we look? The question is, what's the difference between forex major and forex pro major on Trade Locker? We looked at that the one day and couldn't really. We thought it was like the spreads or the fees, but like they all seem to be lining up. I need to find an answer to that question. Come on, you're not making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. NQ, I need you to go higher. All right.
Gold is finally elevating again, getting out of there. This is nice. Gold might really go up to its daily key level.
RTY looking strong. Come on, Nas Daddy, let's go. Do it for me.
Yeah, Jerry. For if you're talking about gold, that's what I meant. It's same spread. I'm sorry. Yeah, same spread, same fees. It was always explained to me that it was the pros are for you pay a larger fee to lower your spread, but I don't see that be the case. Neither does Tyler. I would just always check both of them, and as long as they're not crazy different, pick one.
Yeah, agreed.
Now, when I used to trade the Euro USD last year, the pro was definitely, I would pay the higher fee to get the lower spread.
Ashton said he was, I was in a short on the NASDAQ overnight on my swing account. I was 300 points in the money, and it came within 45 cents of his take profit. The reversal overnight hit my stop loss. It be that way sometimes. Yeah, man, Ashton, that's tough. The way the daily closed yesterday, I think the overnight short swing was definitely valid. Based off you weren't on here, I don't think, but the bottom left corner you can see, Ashton, is the NAS daily chart. We've kind of been trading in this channel ever since we got the big FOMC pullback. We've been rallying, rejecting, rallying, rejecting, rallying, and then big data this week gave us the rally. And it looked like we could reject again with yesterday's candle. We tried hot, tested higher, failed, closed near the lows, closed pretty ugly, which looked like a valid setup, potential daily short setup. But with a break over its highs today, that's what made me bearish that's what made me bullish. Other than the fact that I'm always bullish is it looked like the daily potential sell was failing. I was just looking in one of my chats with Lito and Cam. Cam said something about Tyler looking for buys, and Lito said if a meteor hit the earth, Tyler would still be looking for buys. And I responded and I said, yeah, I mean, that's definitely bullish. It's definitely a bullish scenario.
Yeah. You're not in a mean way. You're stubborn like that, right?
yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, looking like it wanted to break out, but you got new highs on ES today. But not on 9Q. Come on. New highs on YM on the last 5-minute candle. Gold looks like it wants that breakout. Nice 5-minute close.
Yep. So far, that confirmation candle on the micro E-mini S&P 500 5-minute is working out, although we're only a smidgen away from it. It'll probably reverse on me and give me a loss.
I'm excited to see you start trading. Well, maybe you'll move over to gold futures. I don't know, but I'm excited to see how you transition to the S&P or NAS. Either one.
I've been practicing on the weekends. I've been back testing, doing kind of like reviewing the film.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed trading views. Rewind. I've put in a lot of weekend hours lately testing all those indexes out. My wife enjoys it. Gives her a chance to go play on the. She has a new Xbox. So.
Oh, nice! Your wife a gamer, huh?
I would say no because of me. I'm very sort of old school. I don't believe in wasting too much time on that stuff. I believe in 30 minutes, maybe an hour a day at most, but so when I'm studying the charts for 8 hours on a Saturday, she loves it. She can go down, turn on her own console and go at it.
That's funny.
I'll say sorry, hun. Sorry that I been in the office all day, and she'll say, no, that's fine. So.
Oh, come on, baby. Come on. We're just stuck here. It's like watching paint dry right now. ES is still staying strong. All I want, I'm a super happy camper with the opening print. That's over 100 points. I'm a super happy camper. That's a great day on both futures accounts. Tessie just needs to head to 439.21. We can spend the weekend happy as could be. You can be giving me sound effects over here?
It's a sound effect ad came through my system all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
An ad for a video game. See, it's an ad for a video game. That's why I think they listen to us.
Hell, they're quick. They got the AI helping them now.
Yeah. I mean, what are the odds of that? I was talking about video gaming and an ad for a video game.
I'd say the odds are high, Brian, when you're sitting around a bunch of computers that openly admit that they listen to you.
Streaming across the world, and I'm yelling, see, they listen to us. Of course they are.
Yes, nice breakout. Government? Brian, you're gonna be off to a good futures day. It's a nice little pop on ES. If NQ could just stinking join it, YM popping new highs. Come on. So my pre-market quotes, Brian. These were my reminders today. I've added kind of a new approach to make sure I'm in the right mindset heading into the markets. And so today my quotes are: it is better to miss a trade than to take a bad trade. There will always be more opportunities. In all caps, relax. Think long term. Don't hyper focus on today. Those were my 3 quotes that I wanted to remind myself this morning.
That's good though. No trade over a bad trade.
Yeah, that's actually I think one of my bigger focuses in 2025 is because I do a good job of taking good trades and getting the most out of them and taking advantage of those good days. But I'm way too willing to throw some risk on lower quality trades. And so I'm trying to put a lot of focus on avoiding those and trying to be more patient and waiting for the more quality opportunities.
Good.
So that's a little reminder we're going to give myself each morning. We may switch them up every morning. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling, but also, if NQ doesn't break out right now, I'm going to cry. Do it for me. So what's how are you going to manage this? Yes, did you take profit? Or are you going to just trail it? What's your game plan?
Well,
I
I've been
think
practicing
60
on doing my entries, like I said.
Yeah.
I haven't practiced doing my exits.
I think 60-42 is a solid. I don't know if it's as much money as you want to make, but I think 60-42 is a solid take profit area.
It is. You think so for that?
Well, I have a level there, so I would expect some sort of reaction if we get there at 60-42. Now, don't get me wrong, we could go higher, but
you have a good weekend, Ashton. Well,
no worries, Ashton. Enjoy your weekend, man. Hopefully, it's a nice short meeting.
Okay, so if I want to,
Tayshawn Best asked a question as a Canadian. Do you play hockey, Tayshawn? He asked about a trading platform. Is there a recommendation you could give for a great trading platform currently using Wealth Simple and looking to switch to more of a day trading platform? Thanks. Tayshawn, give me a little more info there. Do you trade cash or do you trade prop firms? And I can maybe answer that a little bit better for you. Okay. All right. Nice little pivot, potential higher low on Tessie. We're still holding the Tessie call. I'm liking it, NASDaddy. Come on, baby. Come on.
Okay, so I partialed out a little bit.
I like it. I like it a lot.
On my micro E-mini S&P.
I like it a lot.
Hey, man, that was a good... I just grabbed about $400 on that.
Nice. Did you take the mini or the micro?
The micro E-mini.
Okay.
Okay, I'm liking futures, man.
That's right. All it took is one winner to start.
I'm addicted. Where's my liter of vodka? Where's it at? Friday.
Let's go.
See, on one screen, FunderPro live stream. On my other screen, online gambling. No. I don't want to promote something like that. But no, you know,
this is calculated gambling that we're promoting, Brad.
I played it off my typical confirmation. I just had to adjust the right price time scales to my key levels. Now, I'm glad you showed me how to take profit partially prior to
Yeah,
this show.
is that what you use? Is that how you did you do a
Yeah,
market? Did you do a limit order or a market order?
market out
Okay.
at 50%. So it's still growing. I might just.
So yeah, you got another, it looks like 4 points to the level I was talking about. So you'd be at $20 per contract, depending on how many more you have left, if you want to hold to 60-42. But that's up to you. Also, if you're on the 5K, you have a 3K profit target with a 45% consistency rule. So you know what I mean. So it's probably somewhere around $1,200, I would imagine, would be the max profit you want.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a 50K. So
3K is your profit target.
right.
So if you did, 1,200, 600, I didn't actually do the math, but I'm just kind of taking a guess what probably would be 45% is probably right around 1,200.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Let's do 3,000 times 0.45, 0.45. So 1,350 is
Okay.
45%. So that would be the max profit you want to hit for the consistency roll. Money saving man. Rasta man. I love FunderProTv, man.
My breakout on gold forex is still producing.
Is
So
you're still kind of at those you're still at those highs there. Oh, let's go, Tesla. Nice. Nice. Higher low, baby. Keep going. New highs on the day. New highs on the day. Give me OP. Give me Tesla new highs. And we have a nice early Friday.
it's always nice to finish a Friday good. To this day, if I have a bad Friday trading, I can get rid of it by Saturday morning, but the rest of Friday, that's all I'm thinking about. If I don't go do
Yeah.
something, I have to go do
Yeah.
the lawn, take a jog.
That's another thing. It's amazing how a good or bad trading day can affect your mood. Obviously, you want to get to a point where it doesn't, but it's amazing how sometimes it can.
Yeah, take a hammer, hit your hand, do something.
Okay. Tayshawn said, basketball, not hockey. I'm currently trading stocks, ETFs, and just opened a TFSA for long-term index / high yields. My goal is long-term index investing for passive income, but I also like scalping. If I sound ignorant, I need to learn a bit more. My apologies. Tayshawn, you don't sound ignorant at all. And I think what you're doing is great. So Funder Pro, the stream, I'm not sure if you're familiar with prop firms or not. But the stream that you're watching with Funder Pro, Funder Pro is a prop firm, which you can trade with them either in the forex markets or the futures markets. And basically the way that works, if you're not aware, is you pay to take a trading challenge that has certain requirements. There's a profit target. You have to make so much money without losing so much money, and you have to do it consistently. And if you're able to do that, they then fund you with an account which you can continue to trade and take payouts on. So those are the accounts that Brian and I are currently trading. What you see in front of you is the Funder Pro futures. And the trading platform that I'm using is the web platform that comes in your browser with Funder Pro Futures, which is Volumetrica. You can see here that if I expand this out here, I have my futures dashboard. So this wouldn't be anything like prop firms wouldn't be anything for like the long-term investing. This is all just active day trading or swing trading. And so that's what this is. That's what you're seeing. You maybe were aware of all that, maybe not. I'm not sure. But in terms of giving you advice on a broker to use for, and if you want to do more of like the day trading stuff, I think this is a great way to do it, as it's lower risk. You're only risking the amount of personal capital that it costs to buy a challenge, which is anywhere from, $80, $100 up to a few $100s. So, you have lower risk. Obviously, there's parameters in place when you're using a prop firm that you have to adhere to, that kind of thing. But in terms of just like a cash account, the broker that I personally use is I use Thinkorswim from Charles Schwab. You can invest in long term. You could have like multiple accounts, so you can set up your long term IRA account and like toggle between your IRA and a separate account if you want to use that for day trading. And yeah, so you could day trade stocks or options on that if you wanted to as well. But I gotta be honest, I'm obviously not from Canada. I don't know if Charles Schwab operates in Canada. My guess is they probably do, but I don't know for sure. Hopefully that answers your question, Tayshawn. And if you have any other questions about it, just let us know. I like that little 5-minute pause bar, how we closed there with the wick. I think we may test a little higher here.
Which one?
Both on the S&P and NASDAQ, that we kind of got a little breakout, followed by that 5-minute red bar. But I like the way it closed with the lower wick. I think this will at least test a little higher. Maybe not. We'll see.
Okay.
We have kind of the psychological level at 21,600 on the NASDAQ right here. I think ES at least goes and tags 60.42. There's new highs on ES, 60.40. YM also new highs on that 5-minute bar.
What did you say about
nice
42? What did you say about that?
Yeah, it's 60.42 on your so another 2 points higher on your trade is where I have one of my hourly levels.
An hourly level there. Okay. I know earlier,
one of my hourly levels.
I lost that part. Okay.
Yeah. So another 2 points. We tagged 60.40 there. Gold, nice breakout on gold. That's a strong 5-minute push.
It's coming back down, but I think it's just a Friday behavior for gold.
ES tag new highs, YM tag new highs on the day. NQ did not break over the swing high even. We're still struggling there with 21,600. And we still need back over the opening print for new highs on the day for NQ. It's been a little bit weaker intraday, but it is, from a percentage standpoint, it is up the most out of all the indexes. NQ up 1.6%, ES up 1.08%, YM up 0.95%, RTY only up 0.5%.
There goes S&P.
There it is, baby. 60.41, 60.41, 60.41.25. Be like an auctioneer.
Yeah.
60.40. We got 60.39.75. We got 60.39.50. Oh no, don't do it to us. We got 60.39 back to 60.39.25. Back to 60.39. Back to 60.39.25. Back to 60.39.50. Back to 60.39.75. NQ did tag. We pushed over that little 5-minute swing high here, but immediately reversed.
I jumped out.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, you're at that point. You're being a dick for a tick, in my opinion. If 60.42 was your target, you came in with 0.75.
Yeah. I mean, 3,000 for a profit target on this challenge for futures, and that's $500 for day one.
Yeah, it's a good start for sure.
So, I think what I'm focused on, and I don't know why. You tell me. but it's the rules of once you pass, you have to do is it 100 or 200, $100 maybe for
Activation
3
fee.
days?
Oh, to get a payout, it's $200 or more. And so on 5 trading days. So
5.
sorry, Tayshaun, I didn't see your comment there. But yeah, so if once you pass and you get funded, they do not need to be consecutive, but you have to have 5 trading days of $200 profit.
You have to have $200 5 times.
Yes, yeah, in order to request a payout.
Why did I think it was 3 times? Now, is it 200
So
regardless of
then,
the challenge volume?
So it's 5 days, $200 profit. You have to
Yeah.
do that 3 times. Once you do that 3 times, they put you on daily payouts. And then once you get to daily payouts, you can take a withdrawal every day, anything over $100 profit. All right. So Tayshaun said, or I'm sorry, Mr. B said, what is the platform, please? What we're looking at now is FunderPro Futures eval account, and I'm trading the web platform that's in the dashboard, which the name of it is Volumetrica. Yeah, Lito answered that in the questions there. Tayshaun said, 1 sub for me, guys. Awesome, Tayshaun. Glad to have you. Lastly, from you guys personally, is it possible to make a living just on the stock market, or is that unrealistic or extremely risky goal? Either way, I appreciate your insight. Tayshaun, it's definitely possible, but by no means will happen overnight, or be some sort of get rich quick thing.
What?
And doing it
Why
the
am I
way
here?
that you're doing it, Tayshaun, if you wanted it to be more of like a longer term focused investment type of thing, yeah, and those things compound. So if you just continually invest, it's going to take time, but you'll get to a point where if you're doing stuff that has, if you're investing in stocks that have dividends and you get some companies at good prices and you just keep investing, like sure, you can get there. That's going to take time. Now, day trading, you can make money faster, but you can also lose money a lot faster. And it's definitely possible to be done. Especially in today's world, you have the option to use prop firms like FunderPro. And yeah, I mean, you could do it, but it's going to come through years of patience and practice and dedication and commitment. So if you're willing to put in the work and educate yourself and not quit, it's for sure possible. And I do think having other streams of income, don't quit your job. And I think Brian might have quit his job. I actually think he had some. I remember hearing your story on the AMA, but he was working one of his dream jobs, I think, and maybe lost your job and decided to go all in on trading before looking for a new job. But
Cutbacks. They did layoffs. Yeah,
so
the higher you go up, the more you're a trim of the fat.
yeah, so Brian was in a unique situation where he maybe had a little bit of a savings that he was like, I'm going to give myself a year or whatever and see if I can make this work and commit to it full time. But generally speaking, I don't suggest quitting your job and going all in on trading or investing unless you have a nice cushion and some experience. Because then you start to put pressure. You don't want pressure on yourself when you're trading. You don't want that pressure that you have to make money, or you'll start to force things.
Look at gold, brother. Man.
This is a good point by Lito too, Tayshaun. Futures is a nice vehicle for day trading because no Greeks like options. It's centralized and heavily regulated, so no manipulation. And there's many ways to eventually leverage prop firms to get more capital. Which is well said by Lito there. Tayshaun, I don't know how new you are into all of this, but definitely look into futures and look into prop firms. I would suggest that for sure. Also, Tayshaun, I don't know if you're on Instagram or anything. Follow me at Risk Life News. That's where I'm most active, is on Instagram. But you can find me in Risk Life News is my social handle on everything. If you ever have any other questions, you can also find FunderPro and FunderPro Futures on all the social platforms as well. But yeah, we're
Gold
trying
is
to create a
rocking.
good community with the stream here. You know, if you're newer, help educate you guys. If you're maybe you're not newer, but just looking for a positive community where you can seek advice or feedback or vent, whatever it may be, definitely keep tuning in. Well, index is holding up so far. The Tesla options trade is heading back towards the highs. ES still trucking along here. YM faded back down to the level. Or not YM, RTY faded back down to the level here. We'll see if it can hold again. YM still pushing. Time is 11:50. Oh, we're about that time, I guess, huh?
So, you know, you remember 10 minutes ago, I got out of the trade in futures. You said at that point that you said 60.42 was a particular level, but you also mentioned the distance that I ran that trade was maybe
I was about 10 points, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I was at a standard pump on MES or
yeah, I would say like if you can catch a 10, like I think a 10-point move on ES is a really solid trade to catch because you can get a lot tighter stops. Like on NQ, I aim for like 80, 100, maybe even more points. Just because it moves so much more, but you also have to have like I think it's hard to have anything smaller than like a 30-point stop, unless like you're trading the overnight session. But yeah, ES you could definitely, you know, risk for, you know, 4 or 5 points to make 10, 4 or 5 points to make 12, maybe, you know, that's I would say that's a pretty solid range there. Like the intraday range today, the low is at the low on the intraday is 60.12, and then the high is 60.40. So what's that? 38 points. My math's bad. We tagged 60.42, by the way. We just got the 60.42 tag. YM still ripping. I think ES's like average true range, like the daily average true range, is around 50 points. I think. It could be. It might be less. It might be 40. I can probably find out.
Gold is still pumping up. Well, I jumped out of that futures trade.
Average true range, 80 points.
80. When I jumped out of that trade for futures, it was a kind of a safety jump. You know, I was doing what normally I wouldn't do, which was I was looking at price, not price. I was looking at profit.
Profit, yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as it hit in between $400 and $500 profit, I thought, well, that's when we started talking about the profit target, the 45% consistency. You calculated it at like 1350. This is all helpful. Breaking into the platform, and we're doing it here on live stream. That's good stuff. Now, what is, other people might have this question too. So on the challenges for FunderPro futures, you have consistency rules, minimum sessions, drawdowns, reset price. Right now, there's no activation fees going on for January. The profits, what's the minimum profit? Did we cover that?
Really quick, I'm just going to answer Skizzy. Skizzy, Futures is here, brother. I'm trading on it. FunderPro Futures. It's live now. They're running a launch sale, no activation fees, which is a great deal. You can trade up to 5 accounts at a time. Get the 200K accounts, so you can trade up to $1 million at a time. There is a scaling program, yes. And if you wanted to trade 5 accounts to copy trade, you can do so. It's built in if you want to do it through Volumetrica, which is I'm right inside the FunderPro Futures dashboard right here on the web platform. This here is built right in the trade copier. So I only have 1 account. So you'll see, like, I can't do this, but say I had a second FunderPro Futures account or 5 FunderPro Futures accounts, I could set them all up here to copy trade. So whatever I do on one, it'll do on all of them automatically. If you want to copy trade, great way to scale your capital.
That's cool.
But yeah, sorry about that, Brian. I just want to get that question answered. So what was your question again, Brian? The last part?
I was
Minimum?
just running down. I was running down the list of the challenge criteria. You know, drawdowns, maximum daily, profit target, consistency, session time, like 3 days minimum, reset price. Is the minimum profits, is that the profit you have to obtain 5 times?
So in order, once you're there's no like minimum profit or whatever.
Go over to the, if you want, or I can do it.
Yeah, I still have it up. What's up? What should I look at?
The page that would be where you select your challenge, and it has 50K, 100K, all the stuff.
Real quick, Claus asks, what's the scaling plan? I happen to be looking at it. So it says scale your account. The more profitable you are, the more buying power we'll entrust you with. Stay consistent, accumulate profits, and trade more contracts. So on the 50K account, from $0 profit to $2,500 profit, you can trade 2 standard, also known as 2 minis, which are pretty big size. And then it's like 10-to-1 scaling because of how it moves. So you could trade 20 micros from 0 to $2,500 profit. Profit above $2,500, you can trade 3 standard or 3 minis and 30 micros. And profit above $5,000, you can trade 5 standards and 50 micros. And that's on the 50K account. I'm not going to go through all of them. It's very similar on the 100K, 150K, 200K. Go to FunderProFutures.com, go to the How It Works tab, and you can see the scaling plan for every account. And then, okay, so I'm looking at these roles now, Brian. So the minimum profit is only for when you're funded, and once you're funded, in order to get a payout, you need 5 trading days with $200 or more profit. So if you got $500 profit in a day, that would count towards one of your 5 days, right? So anything over $200 profit counts.
But you don't see anything in there on minimum profits?
No, I don't know what you mean by minimum profits. I'm trying to see. So there's profit target, there's daily pause, there's the max drawdown, profit share, consistency roll.
Oh, it's in the, you know what? It's not in the eval, it's in the funded portion.
Okay. So are you in frequently asked questions or about us, or did you click start trading from the homepage?
I think you can go click like start a challenge or new challenge, whatever gets you to the screen to select which one.
Okay.
And then it's going to show you.
I did start challenge and it took me to my dashboard, but I'm going to buy new challenge and see. I think
that will pop up the screen.
Yeah, it shows the product. Okay, so
right. Okay, the bottom boxes are the funded section. So you see, I think it'll say minimum. Now I'm not looking at it. Minimum.
Oh, minimum profits. Yeah.
Profit, okay.
The only thing that I can think of that stands for is once you have taken 3 payouts,
Why did I get out of the S&P, dude? Look at this.
Still ripping. Oh yeah, she's going now.
Well, I got out of it because
Yeah.
I'm new to that
No
instrument.
worries. Hey,
and,
you had a good day. You had a good day.
I'm not going to look at that green bar right now. That's like the middle finger at looking at me. Okay, you were saying, but
so I was saying the only thing that I can think of for the minimum profits, the $100, is after you've taken 3 payouts, you're eligible for daily payouts. And once you're eligible for daily payouts, you can request a withdrawal on anything over $100. So I think that's got to be what it means. Other than that, I'm not sure. I don't see what else it could mean, to be honest with you.
That's it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am a happy camper with today's trading action. We had a great trade pre-market, caught $1,600 worth of profit on the FunderPro Futures 50K challenge account. And then intraday on my funded futures account, I was able to lock a few $100s, and I got a few $100 floating. So super happy there. The Tesla options trade I took is still working out nicely. But that's gonna be it for the stream today. We're gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody got some value out of today's stream. Tayshawn, thank you for subscribing. It's not something we have asked you guys to do a lot, but if you are not yet subscribed to the FunderPro YouTube channel, please subscribe. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we'll be back on Monday. Hope you guys have a good weekend. If you keep trading today, trade safe. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out, everybody.